Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local Greenwich from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this hour. Water and Soil Conservation Popular Campaign. Commandable Villages Regrouping Effort. China and U.S. To pledge climate commitments. 3 killed, 2 wounded in shooting at Wisconsin travel. Welcome to your domestic in peace. The inhabitants of Degsai administrative area, Urdat subzone, are involving in an extensive soil and water conservation popular campaign aimed at readdressing the environment and boosting agricultural produce. According to Mr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, head of the agriculture in Urdat subzone, the popular campaign mainly focused on the preparation of farmlands before the coming of the rainy season, and of the 460 hectares of farmlands, about 200 hectares have so far been terraced and prepared. Participants on their part underlining the significant contribution of a similar popular campaign conducted on agricultural and plain areas in readdressing the environment and boosting agricultural production, stated that they are exerting a strong effort to that end in the coming rainy season as well. Social services put in place in Degsai subzone is playing significant role in village regrouping effort as well as improving socio-economic livelihoods of residents. Mr. Humad Ila, administrator of the subzone, stated, speaking to Arena, Mr. Humad said that owing to the effort conducted to regroup villages whose residents were leading nomadic lifestyle, social services rendering institutions were put in place at a centralized area, and that has encouraging residents to regroup themselves. He further stated that social services put in place in the subzone includes education, health, potable water project, transportation, and communication services, said that they attest to the economic progress registered in the subzone. Mr. Humad went on to say that there are 14 schools ranging from preschool to junior, 6 health institutions, 7 potable water supply projects, as well as transportation routes and that of fruits and vegetable farming activities are increasingly expanding in the subzone, are contributing and improving the socio-economic livelihoods of that of residents. Mr. Humad Ila, administrator of Degsai subzone, finally said that the strong effort will be exerted to expand social services to remote areas that are without. Inhabitants of Urukwazen and its environs, Loga and Sawa subzone, are involving themselves in the construction of the micro dam in their area. The machinery support construction effort is aimed at ensuring potable water supply, alleviating severe clean water crisis in the area. Mr. Frazgi Tella, administrator of Addin Amin administrative area, commanded the support that the subzone administration is exerting as your final domestic. Mr. Yasu Haile, head of the supervision and projects of his part, has said that after completion, the micro dam, that is 80 meters wide and 8 meters long, will be expected to alleviate water shortage in the area and development of the agricultural activities undergoing. All administrative areas of the Logo Ansaba subzone are involving in the construction of dams of various sizes, as reports indicate. Up next with your international report. Do stay with us for more. China and the U.S. say that they are committed to working together and with other countries on tackling climate change. As your global report, it comes after several meetings between Chinese climate envoy Xi Jinping and his U.S. counterpart John Kerry in Shanghai last week. They both agreed on further specific actions to reduce emissions, a joint statement on Sunday confirmed. U.S. President Joe Biden is holding a virtual climate summit this week, which China says it is looking forward to. However, it is not yet known if Chinese President Xi Jinping will join the world leaders who have pledged to attend. It added that both nations will continue to discuss, in quotation, concrete actions in the 2020s to reduce emission aimed at keeping the Paris Agreement aligned temperature limit within reach. Both nations also agreed to help developing countries finance a switch to low-carbon energy. Li Shuo, senior climate advisor for environmental group Greenpeace, described the statement as, in quotation, positive. Suspected attacker on the run, authorities said. Shooting appeared to be a targeted and isolated incident. 3 people have been killed and 2 wounded in a shooting at a caravan in Wisconsin. The shooting took place early on Sunday at Somers House Tavern in the village of Somers, Concha. Country Sergeant David Riot reported. The suspect attacker is still on the run, and Riot said the shooting appeared to be a target and isolated incident. Officials were still working to determine the identities of the people who are killed. The road leading up to the caravan was closed early Sunday, while officials were investigating on Thursday night. At least 8 people were killed in a late-night shooting and in a FedEx facility, in similar news, in the U.S. city of Indianapolis by a gunman who is believed to have killed himself. Multiple others were injured as well when gunfire erupted at the facility near Indianapolis International Airport, police spokesman Gene Cook reported. Last month as well, 4 people, including a child, were shot dead in an office building in Southern California on March 22nd. 10 people were also killed in a shooting at a grocery store in Boulder, Colorado. That came less than a week after a man shot and killed 8 people, including 6 women of Asian descent, at a spa in Atlanta, Georgia. Nearly 40,000 people in the United States die each year from guns, more than half of those being suicides. Dear viewers, that is all for now with your domestic and international news in brief. Until we are back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. But until then, have a nice one.